Ladies and gentlemen, see, Arsenal is currently the best team in the world. May nobody deceive you. Arsenal is currently the best team in the world right now, as of today. As of today. Oh, but nobody play body Arsenal. To beat Bayern Munich 3-1, I fear Arsenal. Me, even myself, where they support Arsenal, I respect Arsenal. 3-1. Incredible.
I just like what Combo is saying, like for real. Combo is just making absolute sense. Arsenal is currently the best club in the world right now. The key word is at the moment, right now. But we don't know what will happen in the next couple of weeks or months to come. We all know that this Arsenal team, they are very capable in starting very early. I mean, Arsenal beating Bayern Munich 3-1 is not something most of us like we could predict. I, for example, I didn't know that Arsenal would be able to beat Bayern Munich by a 3-1 margin. But notwithstanding, I have to say congratulations to Arsenal. I mean, they really tried. They exceeded my expectation, to be honest. But is Arsenal Champions League title contender? That answer is subjective. Some people might say yes, some people might say no. But me personally, I will say no. Arsenal is not Champions League favorite. Arsenal are not Champions League contender. Arsenal cannot win the Champions League. The one time that Arsenal could have won the Champions League was in 2006 UEFA Champions League final against Barcelona. And what happened? They fell. I mean, look at Arsenal's squad at that time. Patrick Vieira, Terry Henry, back in goal. Lehmann was in superb form. Gallas and the rest. Arsenal, this current Arsenal squad don't have those kind of quality players. And you expect Arsenal to win the Champions League. Arsenal may have beaten Bayern Munich, but then they have not met their match. We all know what happened last season in the Champions League. They beat the defending champions, Real Madrid. And what happened? They lost over 2 legs in the semi-final against PSG. So right now, we're still in the group stage. And some Arsenal fans are beginning to feel so optimistic. Oh, we can do the treble. Oh, we can do the double. But no, that's not how reality works. The Arsenal I know by January, they'll start flop. They'll start dropping points. That is why Combo said they are the best club at the moment. At the moment. Arsenal fan, you can just live in the moment. But don't get your hopes too high. But I already know Arsenal fans are so pessimistic. I know that they don't even see themselves as Champions League contenders, which is normal because there was a time I was speaking with an Arsenal fan, you know, after some series of bad results, after Arsenal were initially title favorites. He said, I am an Arsenal fan. I expected this. I mean, that was one of the most honest Arsenal fan I've ever seen. If it were Chelsea that's having this kind of run of good form, I will say yes, definitely Chelsea can go on to, to win both the Premier League and the Champions League. But Arsenal, nah. Even as an Arsenal fan, you can't even put your money on your team to make it to the finals in this competition. The Arsenal we know, I mean, Arsenal 2004 Premier League. We see how Arsenal were leading Man City with 5 points. And what happened? The next 5 games, Arsenal started to drop points. And they ended that season as runner-up. Same thing in the Champions League. After beating Real Madrid last season, we thought Arsenal were supposed to go to the finals. But what happened? They lost 2 legs over a PSG side. So Arsenal, I would say they are a dark horse. But Arsenal, they can't. I'm not trying to say that I'm an anti-Arsenal fan. I like Arsenal, I like their style of play, but this question mark on Arsenal almost every season, walking like an elephant and eating like an ant, this is just like a question mark. I see that Arsenal, they don't have the mentality of being champions. Arsenal don't have that mentality, something that they need to work on. Arsenal need to work on their psyche, on their mentality that, okay, yes, we really need this, we have to do this. Not just, just playing, getting those results, and you don't believe in yourself. This is something that really Mikel Arteta, they need to work on themselves. But then Arsenal also have some kind of problem, towards January, February, March. They normally have injury crisis. They miss some kind of star players, and this affect them in the final stretch of the title push. But then again, if they can keep away from injury, and most importantly, have the mentality of become champions. Because I can remember one time, I think former Arsenal coach Arsene Wenger was having an altercation with Jose Mourinho, and Jose Mourinho called him a specialist of failure. I think when I read that news, I can say that Jose Mourinho was very right. He called Arsene Wenger specialist of failure.
Has also said that comments coming from managers saying that they are not in the title race come out of a fear of failure. Do you have a fear of failure?
You know, he is a specialist in failure. I'm not. So if supposedly he is right and I am afraid of fail, it's because I don't fail many times. So maybe he's right, maybe I'm not used to fail. But the reality is that he's a specialist, because 8 years without a piece of silverware, that's failure. And if I do that in Chelsea, 8 years, I leave London, I don't come back.
And we all know that Arsene Wenger is the hallmark of the Arsenal club. I mean, he's the man that literally carried Arsenal to where Arsenal is. And for that man to spend over 15 to 20 years in Arsenal is something that he has embedded his philosophy in that Arsenal team. And Arsenal need to shake off that failure mentality that they have carried for so many years. They need to shake it off. And Mikel Arteta is that person, is that right person to, you know, to help them to get a new identity. Because everyone begin to see Arsenal as second place FC, always finishing second. For the past how many seasons now, finishing second, they don't have that killer instinct to go on to win the title. So tell me what you think. Has this Arsenal current form, will it put them at a favorable position, or will it place them as favorites in this current Champions League? Or tell me what you think. And please don't forget to like, share, and comment on your favorite channel, Champ Footy. Thank you very much.